That was the boss lady, only this time she wasn't calling for more liquor in her cocktail.
Bronco! What have you done with him?
Once Bronco was out the door, all bets were off. I had to keep moving. It looked like they were taking him out through the basement. Maybe I still had a shot. Rodrigo was too rich a prize. They weren't far ahead. Once I opened the door, I'd actually have to come up with a plan. Another parking lot rattling with gunfire. Was I too late?
It's gonna be all right, Mr. Bronco!
But that was no surprise. It's hard to keep your eye on the ball through the bottom of a glass. The doors...
Que porra você tá fazendo? Atira nele! Acaba com aquele cara!
Filha da puta! Estão pra mim, não tem troco. Limpou! Vai!
They were headed for the helicopter.
She's making a run for it!
Ai, meu Deus!
Now, Max! He's gonna shoot!
If we get out of this alive, you two are fired!
Is that a promise? Ooh, he's gonna lose her!
Foi fácil.
She's headed inside.
Either way, I needed to find Giovanna before they did.
Isso está ficando vergonhoso! Ela não vale a pena. Temos a mulher de branco. É por isso que viemos aqui. O Serrano vai cortar nosso saco se ela escapar. Vou gostar de matar essa puta. Tem muita coisa que eu gostaria de fazer com ela.
This was a mess. Where the hell was Passos? We were two failed cops failing miserably at being bodyguards. He approached everything with about as little preparation as I did. Maybe that's why we got along.
Come on.
Eu sabia que essa porra ia dar merda. Quem foi o filho da puta que teve...
Atira na cabeça dele!
Anda mais!
Looks clear. Come on, move!
So what am I, the button pusher? Where the hell's he going?
What was that, man? I'm working here.
Heads up! Here come his friends. Something tells me we're heading in the right direction. Son of a bitch!
You okay?
About the same as before. Looking forward to getting out of this shithole.
This way.
It didn't sound like we were the only ones getting shot at. Who the hell had tipped these guys off? I didn't know what to think anymore. This town had more smoke and mirrors than a strip club locker room.
You're in the city!
I didn't give a damn about the money, but I knew what would happen to Fabiana if the wrong people got paid.
Asshole!
Já estava passando da hora de...
Max! We need to stay together! I'm going! The sniper frame should be just up here. Looks clear.
It was time to introduce our sniping pal to something more intimate and short range.
All right.
Look, I'll deal with the guys on the other side of the fence. You take the others.
Whatever you say.
Keep going. I'll handle the rest of them.
Neves vai nos matar, hein? Se a gente não voltar com dinheiro, né?
Quem é a menina?
É alguma...
Oh no. Looking for something that ain't here, I guess.
Hey, look out! You get another sniper on you!
Let's pick up the pace, Max! Come on, Max! Move!
Okay, I'm in.
How's it looking, Max? Jesus, take them out, Max! Here's one more! Top of the stairs, Max! I'll come down to the boat! Two more! Top of the stairs! Got the other two, come on!
I got it.
Here's the head of the stairs! Put it down, Max! Three more! Coming right for me! Still got one on me! Quick, Max! Fuck, I got another one coming up the stairs! Alright, I'm making a run for it! That was too close. I'm getting inside before any more show up.
I'm clear, Max. Damn, bro. That wasn't fun.
Listen to me, you head for the chopper. We need to be ready to get the hell out of here. I guess I'll stay on the money.
Sounds like a plan.
Bit late for a plan, pal.
God damn it! Max?
Shit. Now we got another sniper on me. So let me deal with this guy first.
All right, bro. I'm moving too. Stay in touch.
Place was like Fort Knox. Hey, Passos. Passos. I've got you on the security camera. Where are you?
I don't know. Somewhere in this goddamn stadium. Jesus.
What's going on there?
I think the guys that came to rob us are coming to finish the job.
Remind me again, who are these fine gentlemen?
Some kind of paramilitaries, I don't know.
Paramilitaries?
Right-wing guns for hire, ex-cops, military, I don't know. But they can handle weapons.
What's going on now?
Guy's pleading for his life. He's saying that Fabiana is being held at the docks up the Chete River. Oh, Jesus, they've shot him.
Well, there goes the money. Now we've lost the wife and $3 million. The boss will be giving us a raise at this rate.
Yeah, that's messed up, all right. Come on. We gotta get out of this place. Take care of that guy in the IT tower. I'll meet you at the chopper.
I'm gonna make a run for the light rig. I had a hole in my second favorite drinking arm, and the only way we were likely to get Fabiana back now was in installments. Whoever our uninvited guests were, I was about done playing soldier.
Okay, I'm going up.
Good. Make it quick.
Believe me, I ain't gonna drag this out. We'd half destroyed Sao Paulo's most hallowed place of worship. Looking back, it was strange how the cops never showed up. But things had a habit of only making sense to me, looking back long after I'd run out of time to fix them.
I see you. You're right on top of him. Jump the railing.
I don't know why I did it.
Okay, I'm moving.
We don't do things! I hope you all die!
Keep your head down!
Just like the truck.
I know you brought a fucking army down here.
Somebody kill him!
Come on, Max!
Fucking shoot him!
Stopped. I told you to stop. Fine.
What do you mean we're fine? Come on, huh? We're not fine. Fuck!
Forget about it!
Fuck this! I ain't waiting to see who else shows up. Come on.
I thought about saying the cops, but this was no time for bad jokes. It was hard seeing Brewer go out like that, but I got to thinking, it was what he was waiting for, a chance to make a difference. At least that's what helps me sleep at night. Up and out, scramble away from what's left of your life over dead bodies and a few loose roof tiles. If I thought things through, I may have sat down and let myself burn right there. There were wrecks all around, and not the kind you fix up for a weekend project. These were the wrecks you cross the road to avoid.
And they're always one step ahead.
They don't need to second guess us when they're covering all the angles. Fancy seeing you here.
We got a way down to the street.
Fire, boys!
Shit! This is bad. Coming in both sides. You want a camel coat, bro?
I'm fine with the leather.
There's plenty here. Going begging.
This don't show the blood so much.
Hidden away for a rainy day.
How's this look?
So far, I'd managed to keep a low profile, a bit out of character for a guy who's only comfortable with a bottle of whiskey or a gun in his hand. I didn't want to think about what would be happening on that video. I had to keep moving. I hoped that... that.
Vamos passar essa mina que ela já viu demais, hein? Não, velho, não. O irmão já falou, velho, ele quer inteiro. Aí você jogar dinheiro no lixo.
I opened the door to the next circle of this low-rent hell.
Você não acerta nada, caralho!
I hadn't seen Fabiana in a worrying amount of time, but at least I wasn't following the trail of her fingers. Malaria tablets.
More company!
How's she look, man? Cambiado.
Beat up, broken, dry. I don't know what to say.
Holy fuck, man! Shit! This ain't looking good, bro. Oh, shit! What the fuck?
There's another boat in the damn way! I can't get a shot! Give it some throttle!
Jesus!
You see her? Stay on that boat!
Yeah!
We need to get past that decoy boat!
Shit! I think she's flooded, bro! I gotta try and get her back up!
Just what we need. Come on, let's go, brother. Outstayed our welcome.
Over there, man, over there!
I know!
I can't concentrate with bullets whizzing past my head!
You're making progress.
I think she'll go if you give us a second! Be able to concentrate if you deal with those trucks! Hey, that's them. We're back. Directions!
We're nearly there, pal.
I can catch Fabiana's boat if you get these guys out of our path!
They got an armada out here! Place was crawling. How many guys they got?
How many poor kids want nice sneakers? It ain't hard to hire. Hey, we're on them again.
We're not coming this close to let her go.
I'm afraid this shit's gonna come down to more than willpower.
Catch up. Close in!
Gonna hit the pier!
Get down behind the desk, now, both of you.
The real security guards had been run off, paid off, or bumped off. That left us. It wasn't a fantastically comforting thought.
This code should get us in.
Glad to see the security system is keeping the right people out.
Ah! Oh shit! Matem eles! Are we dead?
No such luck. We gotta go.
It's through here.
Hey.
Mete a mão no gatilho com gosto! Está esperando o quê?
Bronco's office overlooked the atrium. I could check in and make sure he hadn't checked out.
Max!
There it went. He was tucked up safe. Now I needed to make it to the lobby to complete my sweep of the building, for what that was worth. Perfect. If I wasn't immolated, I was gonna get crushed to death. Look at me. I've been contracted to protect two people. One was being held in some hole. The other was sitting at his desk with a bullet in his head. And the company that had its logo on my paycheck was melting on top of my head. There's no way one bomb could have done all this, unless the place was made of gasoline. This whole joint must have been rigged. Rodrigo or not, Fabricas Bronco is falling apart quite literally. Despite his manners, I'd done him a favor. This didn't look like a room where Rodrigo closed multi-million-dollar deals. It looked like a fiery hellhole. So much for a lazy Sunday afternoon. My next trick would be a high wire act with a fiery pit for a safety net. It was nice that no one was shooting at me for a change, but I'd take shot in the head over a slow roast on a spit any day of the goddamn week. I was walking into another not-so-welcome party. These hoods didn't look like Commando Sombra. Not that I was gonna get picky. This was clearly their turf, and I'd just shot up their favorite skin joint. I could hear a woman screaming. I thought I'd found Fabiana, but instead I'd stumbled across some testosterone fest. A bunch of They told me the favelas were full of drugs. There was no need to announce my arrival in that part of town. I'd drawn more than enough attention already.
Gelada. Falou que ia buscar, pô. Pô, eu falei pra esse otário aqui 3 vezes aí, e até agora nada. Vai tomando seu cu, rapaz. Vai buscar cerveja cedo, que porra.
Abre fogo, abre fogo!
Ele tá aqui, caralho! Acorda, acorda, acorda! Vai, vai, vai! Você já era! Tá morto, porra! Mata, desgraçado! Caralho!
All of a sudden, I didn't need that time by myself. Passos was down the hill and I had to catch up to him. I knew
I don't respond well to being blown to bits!
Suck my cock! There! Shoot!
Are you kidding me?
Got the energy for an encore? Let's move!
Hey, come on. Hey, wake up. Let's go.
Watch my back!
Fuck you! You wanna play shit?
Passos had put some distance between himself and the goons. I meant to follow. The longer they had us split up, the more chance they had of picking us off. Plots here weren't cheap.
Hey, look, man.
I think I'm done saying my goodbyes. Let's get out of here!
You got my back, man!
Everybody take cover! You, my friend!
Hey, thanks, bro! now! Up in the tower!
This is the only way through.
If I lay down cover, can you move up on him? Hey,
give me some
That's anyone's guess.
Your body ain't gonna bury itself. Dig, motherfucker!
The morgue. How appropriate. I guess sobriety is relative. Still alive, and still not all that happy about it. Why did the easy way out never come? Maybe I thought I didn't deserve it.
Você tá me tirando, porra? Alguma coisa, seu filho da puta!
Arrebenta com ele! Tira no filho da puta!
Estressado vai pesar, porra!
I couldn't make much sense of what I was seeing, but I had the feeling it wasn't that strange for anyone else. These charmers weren't there to make a couple of arrests. They were bussing them out by the dozen. But who was I to cast judgment on proper police procedure and justifiable use of force?
Puxou! Essa puta aqui!
Traz essa
Não posso
puta aí.
esperar pra sair daqui.
História de merda. Eles nunca aprendem a lição.
Traficantes e viciados, né? Espero o quê?
Get down. Stay out of sight.
Disperse e procure por toda parte. Temos que achar a menina.
Okay?
Yeah. I can't do this! Oh my god. Max! What's going on? What's going on?
I don't know, but we gotta get the hell out of here. Let's go.
We're not going to make it, are we?
We'll be fine. We just gotta lay low till Passos gets here.
What?
I was getting good at this.
Tá lá, menina! Vem!
I can't hold on! Max, look out! Are you okay?
I think so. There must be a way to drop those stairs down.
Wait a second. I'm going to try something.
Good. Come on. Let's get the hell away from
Why are
here.
you aiming
Go
at
on.
me?
It's okay. I'm right behind you.
There's someone down there.
Our day had started with us hiding in filth, and got progressively worse. My luck was running true to form. Or rather, I was running true to form.
I'm here. It's okay. It's okay.
I can't control this thing!
You're doing fine!
Oh my god!
Try to stay calm! Keep going!
I don't know what I'm doing!
Just keep your foot on the gas!
Cuidado! What's that?
Careful! Try to keep us straight!
Hurry! No! Oh no! Ah! Max!
Yeah, I see it.
Sorry! Oh no!
Keep going!
I can't do this, Max! Look, waffles!
Just drive!
Ah!
Hold on!
Shit, 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 shit! Ah!
Mata o filho da puta! Me come, porra! ¡Disparen, malditos!
The dead guys looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies. Pirates with a manifesto. Psychos with a dream. That sort of bullshit. The need... sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. Breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed. So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have...
¡Puta, aquí no hay nada!
Daphne's ship was always stocked. Pirates wouldn't get everything. I spotted Passos and Marcelo. There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste. What I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been the cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
Madre!
mesma coisa.
Armas em posição! Atirem para uma atenção! Vai! Agora basta!
I knew this thing was bigger than me, bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture, like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees, a bad caricature of a better man. This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now. For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough. For now, I had bigger debts to call in. Even I could guess what demolição meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one. Call it evidence for De Silva. I'd seen some dark shit in my time. Any time I'd bought had been going real cheap. If I was gonna plant the rest of those explosives, I had to do it now.
atirando! Continue atirando!
I knew. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Está me achando com cara de matar? Por favor, eu te...
Wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off. And of course, they were headed my way. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer. I still didn't. Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell, and my eyes and throat burned. Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. It felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past. Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for...
Não consigo sentir meu braço!
So cute. Thank you for all the fine work.
Felt like my vacation was coming to... These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet.
Tem certeza que quer fazer isso, mano? Presta atenção.
the other end of the departure lounge. Didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on. It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both. Felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes. Perfect. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express. The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop. It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar. But when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks. Let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. and I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker!
Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! 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 Sigam adiante!
Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Look! A squad is coming from the right! Passenger side! Come on! Don't give up!
Come on! Gotta fight the kids!
He's not going to take off without... We're getting hit! Die! Shit!
That about sums it up.
They're blocking the runway! Like an army, and they're equipped like one!
That's them! Your career's coming down with that plane! Let's get it over with!